Hey, what's up everyone? Vegetarian Zombie here, and I want to welcome you back to Radiation Island, and here we are, back in the second island, and yeah, I've been a little bit busy since we last met each other. In fact, if you go into my inventory, you remember before I had absolutely nothing. Now I'm completely loaded up. Look at all this lead I've gotten. And I've also got all this charcoal, and you can see I got a bunch of sulfur, I think. I don't know why I call it potassium. And finally, I have crafted bullets. Oh my god. And you can see here my armor. I have strong helmet, strong chest plate, strong pants, and some shoes. You know, just some regular shoes. So I have spent a lot of time just working here, grinding up, getting all my resources back in order. And now we're ready. We're ready to head back. Now, I will say we're going to be heading to our final island here, but I think I want to come back one last time before we finish the final island and see if we can actually get some, what is that, hand gliding off this thing. I've gotten a few ideas from the comments, and we're going to try some of them out. So let's stay tuned for that. Okay, let's get moving now. Opening up my map here. Come on. Where are you at, map? And we're going to jump. Oh, don't. Okay. No, we're not falling for those monsters tricks anymore. All right. So, let's open up this here. And what do we want to do? We want to go right here. Awesome. I will say it took me a long time to get all my gear all back up to speed. Basically, it was just, oh my god, it was going back to the basic tools, just chopping down a lot of trees, doing a lot of mining and things, and even a lot of just shooting wildlife, doing some fishing too. Basically, doing everything I could just to get to the point where I could actually craft bullets again. And my god, when you're out of bullets, it stinks. It stinks that any creature in this game can kill you in like a couple swipes. So it's like, oh, I actually went to a few villages too and was looting all the zombies. And typically, like, I shoot a zombie these days and I'm like, nah, whatever. But now it's like, then I was shooting zombies and I was like, oh my god, what do you got? What do you got? I gotta say, those crystals, man, those things are legit. They are definitely the real deal. Okay, I have all these bananas. We're just gonna keep everything. And we're going to head over. So I'm not going to mix things up right now. All right, let's head over to the final island. Oh, man. Let's hope I don't regret this. All right, we are back. And look at this. These guys are like, where you been? We've been just hanging out waiting for you. All right, looks like we got a couple of them. All right, we'll take this guy out. Oh, jeez. I figured it was a zombie. I didn't think it was a tiger. Oh my! All right, let's heal up there. Oh, I didn't want to use that. And what else we got here? Okay. Now, before I trounce off and just start taking out towers, we gotta solve some problems that arose in the last episode or a couple of episodes. The problem was I died. And I was stuck in this tower here. And this tower is definitely my safe zone. Like, no one can get me in here. Like, I'm all happy and everything. But the problem is all my gear was over in the house. So what happened is I was stuck. I had to run out here and panic and get some of the gear here. So we can't have that. Second problem we had, or the second problem we have, is we have these zombies, man. They're just coming everywhere. And I think we need to set up some fortifications. So before we knock off any more towers, I think we really need to lock it down here first. And that way we can have a strong base in case anything happens. All right, so first thing we need to do is, let's see. I'm going to unload some of this gear into these chests here, and these chests are going to be temporary. I'm not going to use these chests anymore just because of the fact I don't want to I don't want to get trapped anymore. Basically, I don't want to go back. I don't want to have to retreat like I did in the last episode. So let's move all this stuff here. This is stuff we don't need exactly now. Actually, we're going to take that wood too. So we're going to grab this. And let's see what else we got here. We got some fish. Awesome. Here, we'll throw our food over here. Okay, so this should be enough. And I have an industrial axe. We're going to do a little chopping. Chop down some trees. And then what I would like to do is make some chests so that we can store inside our base there. And then I want to create some walls. And I want to put a bunch of walls. It doesn't really have to be extensive, just enough so that we can keep all wildlife and creatures out of my face. Well, you know, because I'm waking up and these guys are getting right in there. They're like showing their ugly mugs to me. And look at all this stuff. That stuff is so funny. Like, that stuff is stuff I could care less a few episodes ago. And now I'm like, oh my God, look at all that great food I have. This is amazing. It's amazing how this game, when it impoverishes you, it makes you appreciate the fine things. All right. Well, I've organized my stuff into all the various chests. I still have stuff in here, and I don't think it's that big of a deal right now. You can see, like, if I click on this, you can see we have iron and, like, that. That's stuff I'm not going to need in terms of an emergency. If I spawn here and I'm being attacked, and I need to get into this base here, I'm not going to run out and need to get iron. If so, then I'm in pretty bad shape. And if we click in here, you can see I have all my, basically all the stuff I need to craft tools and to craft some ammo. In here, this is our health area. Down over here, you can see we have our tools. Then we have all the things that we can use to craft. I kind of call this my organic crafting. I have my twine, you know, my leather and so forth. And finally here we have our guns. So this is, in fact, what I want to do is leave some backup ammo just in case. And that way we can always just keep like 90 rounds in there. Don't have to worry about anything. And that's a good place to a good emergency area. Okay, next thing we need to do now is, in fact, just even being here while I was organizing this, I had another giant zombie attack. And man, I gotta say, like, this is not a good area because I am wasting my bullets killing these creatures when I should be saving my bullets for when I'm traveling and attacking towers. So this was definitely not a good sight. Okay, we're gonna come here, and what I'd like to see, how many, we need twigs. So let's see how many of these we're gonna need. Let's just make a whole bunch. Okay, guys, I'm not aiming for pretty here. So if you're looking for the Fortress of the Year award, we're not going to get it this year, unfortunately. What we're trying to do is set up just a rudimentary defense to stop predators from entering my area. So we're going to come into here. And it doesn't have to be large. It just needs to... Oh, come on, man. Come on. Oh, this is the janky building system. All right, we'll put that right there. And let's see how this works, guys. I honestly don't know what to expect. Put that one there. And would that stop a zombie, a giant zombie? Probably not. Considering I could just jump over it. But I'm hopefully they'll just like stupidly run up to it. All right, so that's part of the wall there. We're gonna need a lot more wood, so let's get our axe and start chopping. The other thing I don't like about this place is that it's in the center. It's in the center of a depression. And whenever an enemy comes by and visits me, they're coming, they always have the high ground. That is just... that is not fun. That is not fun at all. Whereas I prefer to be on the high ground, but we'll do what we can do. Now, hey, if there's any zombies out there that's planning on visiting my base soon, can you guys bring an industrial axe? Because this titanium axe, this isn't going to hold me up too long. Just putting it out there. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fortify these like right over here. Just like that. And I'm hoping that's going to stop the big guys. Hopefully. Alright, we need to go on the side here. Come on, come on, come on! Nope. Alright, let's see. Oh, jeez. Alright, this is going to be janky, guys. I'm going to put it right here. This is really bad, and this is just Radiation Island's building system. What can I say? There we go. I was a little disappointed in Fallout 3 to see that Fallout 3 has a very similar system, except the good thing about Radiation Island, at least it has snapping, whereas in Fallout, or I shouldn't say Fallout 3, Fallout 4 doesn't have any sort of snapping, at least not that I can see. And man, it is such a pain to build anything in that system. All right, here we go. What do you guys think? This should keep out the giants for at least for a little while. All right, I'm gonna continue chopping down some trees and we will finish this up. Uh-oh. Alright, guys. Looks like we got some visitors. It's kind of a nice, opportune moment to see if we can test our new base. If I could find my base. I got myself completely lost. I was just chopping down trees. And, oh god, he's getting close. Run! Where's my base? I can't believe I lost my base. Uh-oh, be careful. Ah. God, this feels exactly like the last episode. I just can't believe I lost where my base is. Don't worry, we will get there. And typically I just shoot these guys, but I want to test out my walls, and these guys are perfect test subjects. All right, guys, we found the base. Now let's see if we can lead them up and around. Come on, boys. Okay, this one guy's looking like he's trying to cut me off here. And we're gonna jump over. Whoa! Yeah, that didn't do anything. Alright, so the walls don't do anything. Look at, okay, well, that guy couldn't get in. Nice! So this guy got tripped up on the walls right over there. I mean, he walked in, I shouldn't say tripped up. He just sort of walked into this empty space here. But look at this guy. He's stopped right there. That is what we call a successful test. Alright, let's loot this guy. Hey, buddy, I'll be right with you. What's going on? Yeah, you can't get me, can you? Yeah, but I can shoot you right in the face. Just like that. Ah! Dance! Dance, partner, dance! And he's dead. Awesome. Well, guys, I think that was a really successful test. And I don't think I have to worry too much about them stepping over them. All I have to do is just basically close this part up, and I'll do that off camera. And then I think we have a good foundation, a strong foundation to really finish the rest of this island. All right, everyone, I want to thank you again for watching. And, well, if you liked it, feel free to give it a good thumbs up. And if you have anything, any suggestions on how we can improve this, feel free to let me know in the comments. All right, everyone, thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. See you then.